Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and finally I will be doing a costume review for you guys. I meant to do some more today, but I had some other stuff I was doing today, so I really didn't get a chance to review one for you guys today, but this is going to be my review for the 2001, not really classic, but it's more of a cult classic, 2001 cult classic, Vanilla Sky. This movie I was really looking forward to. I heard it was a very, very big movie, very, very interesting movie, and I was really looking forward to this movie. You know, I heard it was Tom Cruise. I really enjoyed the plot. The plot seemed very interesting, and overall, what I think of Vanilla Sky, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Was it a perfect movie? No. It has quite a few flaws. I'll get to some of those flaws that it had with the movie, but overall, I really did enjoy it. So what's Vanilla Sky about? It basically focuses on this guy, David, who he is this wealthy owner of a very large publishing firm in New York. He has it all. And everything's good from him, basically. And, we think that in the beginning of the movie, he's telling his story to, Kurt Russell's character. Basically, we see, you know, he was enjoying the bachelor lifestyle and everything. And basically, he is introduced to this girl, Sophia, by his best friend Brian at a party. And, basically, they end up spending a night together and talking and falling in love. They don't have sex, though. However, his former girlfriend, Julie, who gets really jealous, gets really upset over it. She seems like she's okay with it, but she gets really upset with it because he thinks that she loves, she thinks that he loves, Sophia more than she loves him, and she then tries to kill them both, driving off in a car, and basically trying to commit suicide, and basically then Sophia wakes him up, and basically he has a very horribly disfigured face. His face is horribly disfigured because of that, and pretty much what has to happen after that is it seems like the movie's going to be sort of like a love story between Sophia and David. However, after this, weird things start to happen, and we find out what actually is going on at the end of the movie. And that's basically what the movie's about. So, I really enjoy the plot of the movie. I think it's a very strong plot, and I really love the plot of this movie. Right away, one of the things that attracted me right away was the plot. Let's get to the acting in this movie. The acting is actually really good in this movie, although I do question one thing, which I'll get to. First of all, let's get to Tom Cruise. Very good in this movie. Very, very good. This is definitely one of his best performances. I don't know if it's his best performance, but I think he did a really good job in this movie, and I really enjoyed his acting in this movie. Very, very good job from Tom Cruise. He always does a really good job acting. He always does a really good job, so he did a really great job in this movie. Then we have Penelope Cruz, who, she was adorable. Like, her character was just adorable. She was, like, the girl that saved him and everything, and for what she had, she was really, really great. I thought she did a really great job in this movie. By the way, this movie's actually based on a foreign film, and she plays the same character in that movie, so I found that kind of interesting, but she did a really good job. Cameron Diaz actually won a Golden Globe for this. Now, why did Cameron Diaz win? I can understand Cameron Diaz is very good in this movie, but why is she the best out of everyone? I don't think she's the best. I think Tom Cruise is the best in this movie. She's very, very good, though, and I really do enjoy her character in this movie. She did a really great job. Like, there's that scene where she's like, we had sex 4 times, why doesn't that mean anything to you? You know, because, like, in the beginning, he doesn't really care what he's doing. He's this very selfish, overconfident guy who doesn't think anything bad is going to happen to him, but then, like, one mistake happens and boom, everything changes. Then you have Kurt Russell as Curtis, who in the movie seems like sort of like a father figure towards him. We'll get to his character in a second, but he did a really good job. I like hearing David narrating his story to him. I thought that was a cool aspect of the movie. I enjoyed that, and I thought I really enjoyed that part of the movie. I thought that was good. The other person I'll talk about is 2 more people. Jason Lee as his friend Brian, just really funny. I thought he was really funny. He has some really great lines in the beginning of the movie, and then in the second half of the movie, it got pretty dramatic and kind of weird, though. I'll say that. And the only other person is Noah Taylor, who I don't want to give his character away, but all I say is he did an amazing job. Alright, let's get to the spoilers in this movie. If you guys have not seen Vanilla Sky, you definitely don't want to listen to the rest of this review because there are major spoilers coming that reviews a ton of the movie, and it reveals why I love this movie so much. Alright, let's get to the twist. Of course, at the end, weird stuff is going on. The second half, I'm like, what is going on with this? I was about to, like, be here and be like, this movie's too confusing. No, it's not that it's too confusing. When we find out the ending, it makes perfect sense, because what we find out is that David actually went into a coma, when he was in that car crash. His face didn't become horribly disfigured. He went into a coma after that car crash, and he has been dead for 150 years, and ever since then he's been in this surrealistic world with these people called tech support, and that guy that he was talking to was actually his tech support, and I thought that was a very big twist. You know, Edmund, his tech support, Noah Taylor's character, who was very good in the movie, as I said, he's actually his tech support, and he's talking to him and telling him, you know, this is the world you wanted, your subconscious, and, you know, this is the world that you would have wanted to have. Like, this is your perfect world, basically. And, you know, what the movie's really trying to say is that we can't have a perfect world. That there has to be, because there's a great line where he says, remember, with every happy thing in your world, there's always heartbreak. And I thought that was a very good line that he said. I thought that was just a really, really great line. It's true. There is a lot of heartbreak in the world, but you have to have happiness as well. And I thought that was a really great line. And of course, the other big thing we find out is that the reason all the crazy shit is happening in the second half of the movie is because it's all his subconscious. That's why Julia has been representing Sophia, because in his subconscious, that's what his subconscious has been thinking of. He doesn't really think of Sophia, because in the real world, he didn't even know her. He had one conversation with her, and that was it. And that's basically all he had in the real world with her. While in this world, she was basically a savior, and that was not true. With this movie, and basically we found out that there was like some glitches that happened with them basically trying to make his life better, but that didn't happen. So I really love in the end of the movie, he's forced to make a choice. You know, he can stay in the surrealistic world, or he can go back to the other world and basically restart his life. And the movie, of course, ends with him just opening his eyes, and then the movie ends. And I think what they're trying to show there is that he sort of is opening up his eyes to the new world, and he's going to try to fix his life. So I think that was a very good way to end the movie. I thought it was a very powerful ending, and just, wow, what a great twist. I'll say this, if I were to watch this movie again, it's going to be completely different, because I know that everything that's happening in the second half is not real. It's really just a dream. And I just thought it was a really great twist, because I, for one, was wondering what was going on. Like, the mask and, you know, Kurt Russell's character, who is not fake, who is fake. He's not a real person. They put him in there, so it seems like he has some sort of a father figure in there. You know, Kurt Russell, he was fake, of course, as I said. The things with him in a mental institution, the things with Julia, it all made sense when we found out the twist, and I thought that was very good in the movie, and I really enjoyed that. Now let's talk about my problems I have with this movie. This movie does have a couple problems. It's not perfect. The problem I have with this movie, the first 20 minutes of this movie or so is a little bit slow. I'll say that. The first 20 minutes before, like, the car crash happens, I thought was a little slow. When he met up with Penelope Cruz's character, that's when I really got into the movie, and I thought the movie got really, really good. But before that, I was like, it's kind of slow overall. I kind of have a problem with that. However, the directing in this movie is very, very good. The director of this movie, who's the director? Let me find the director. Cameron Crowe directed this movie. He's done quite a few movies, I believe. He did Fast Time at Ridgemont High, Almost Famous, Jerry Maguire, Say Anything. He's done some really big movies. Elizabethtown, We Bought a Zoo. Really big movies. He did a fantastic job with this movie, in my opinion. I thought he did a great job, especially with the whole twist and everything. He did a very good job with not revealing what's going on in this movie till the end. He wanted us to question this movie. And as I said, I was planning on doing an analysis on this movie. I might not have said that, but I was planning on doing an analysis of this movie. However, the other movie has explained so much that I don't feel like I have to do an analysis. I feel like the movie is pretty much presented to us, and we're pretty sure of actually what's going on in this movie, that we don't really need an analysis. And that's how I feel about the movies, that we don't really need an analysis on it, because it's pretty easy to figure out what's going on in the movie. I will say this, when you watch the movie, and then you watch it the second time, it's going to be completely different. I'd love to watch this a second time, because I know what's going on, as I said, is not real, and I think it's going to be very cool to see that. By the way, I also got to talk about the effects in this movie. Very, very good effects in this movie. Like, the way they did those effects were very, very good, very, very well done, and I really enjoyed that. very, very well done with that, and I really enjoyed the effects in this movie. They did a really great job with the effects. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Vanilla Sky. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a really great movie. Is it a perfect movie? As I said, no. It is a little bit slow at points. My only other complaint, I think, with the movie is that I felt like Justin Long's character was a little annoying at times. Like, I understood why his character was there, but in the second half of the movie, I just felt his character got a little bit annoying. But that was because of his subconscious, of course. But, that's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for Switched at Birth, then The Fosters, then 24, and then Teen Wolf. I have a lot to review for you guys. Yeah, it's a pretty big night, especially because of the return of Teen Wolf, which I can't wait for. So my next review will be for tonight's episode of Switched at Birth, which I'm planning on reviewing tonight for you guys, so that way I don't have to review 4 shows tomorrow, so I can watch more classic movies tomorrow, because I watched 1 today. I'm slacking. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to slack, but that's been my review. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.